I thought getting paid to sit and watch cameras all night was easy money, until I saw what was staring back at me through the screen. You ever take a job thinking it'll be chill? Like, too chill to be true? That was me. A quiet overnight gig, sitting in a security office watching cameras while snacking and scrolling TikTok. But that first night changed everything. Something was seriously wrong. And I'm about to tell you why I'll never take a job like this again. I was between jobs, desperate for something quick and simple. My friend Amt texted me, "Dude, this warehouse down by the docks is hiring overnight security. You literally just watch cameras and stay awake." 22 her. Sounded like a dream, right? No stress, no people, just me. A monitor wall, and endless snacks. I said yes the same day. When I showed up for the shift, it was already dark. The security office was tiny, one desk, 6 monitors, some old school radio equipment, and a flickering fluorescent light that buzzed like a bee on Red Bull. My supervisor, Carl, handed me a key, a clipboard, and gave me the only rule: no phones. And if anything weird happens, call me. Don't try to be a hero. I laughed. What do you mean by weird? Carl looked at me like he wanted to say more, but he didn't, just turned around and left. Things get weird. For the first hour, everything was fine. Cameras showed empty aisles of a massive warehouse. Just shelves, pallets, and shadows. I started sketching in my notebook, occasionally glancing at the screens. But around 1:43 a.m., one of the monitor's camera glitched. Static, then black. Then it came back on. Except, this time, there was a figure standing in the far end of the aisle, not moving, not walking, just standing. I blinked, rewound the feed. The figure hadn't walked in, it just appeared. I switched cameras to get a different angle. Nothing. When I went back to camera 4, the figure was gone. First mistake. Ignoring the signs. I radioed Carl. No answer. Probably sleeping, I muttered. Okay, maybe it was a glitch. Cameras bug out all the time, right? I tried to brush it off. But every hour after that, something else happened. 2:31 a.m. The lights in one aisle turned on by themselves. 3:04 a.m. The loading dock doors opened on their own. 3:17 a.m. One of the cameras showed movement, but when I zoomed in, the timestamp was from 2 days ago. Nothing made sense. But then came 4:12 a.m. The looping man. At exactly 4:12 a.m., camera 2 showed a man walking between aisles, over and over again. Same pattern, same exact steps, same timing. I watched it loop 3 times before realizing something horrifying. He wasn't walking in a loop. He was stuck. His body was twitching, like he was caught in a glitch, arms jerking, head tilting too far back like a puppet with broken strings. And then, he looked straight into the camera, as if he knew I was watching. I grabbed the radio again. "Carl, someone's in the warehouse. You need to come now." Silence. Then, static. Then, "Don't look at camera 4. The voice wasn't Carl's. I froze. I wasn't alone. I turned off camera 4, sat back, hands shaking, I didn't know what to do. Do I call the cops? Leave the office? Quit on the spot? Then, the office phone rang. A landline. I didn't even know it worked. You need to leave. Now. You're not supposed to be there during the 4th hour. Click. Deadline. Who was that? Was this a prank? I got up, heart pounding, and went to the door. That's when I saw the reflection in the glass. A tall, shadowy figure standing behind me in the room. I spun around. Nothing there, just empty air. But the monitors? All 6 cameras were now showing me, not the warehouse. Just me, from different angles. It was like someone or something had taken over the feed. My own face stared back at me, blinking slightly out of sync. In one of the monitors, my reflection smiled, while I didn't. That was it. I bolted. I ran out, past the warehouse doors, past the dock. Didn't even grab my stuff. I drove home with shaking hands and didn't sleep for 2 days. Carl never answered my calls. When I went back 2 days later to return the key, the warehouse was empty. Like, completely abandoned. Dust on the floor. Power cut. No sign that anyone had been there in weeks. I Googled the company name. Nothing. Like it never existed. Was it some kind of test? Paranormal experiment? Or just a really messed up prank? I don't know. But what I do know is, if a job sounds too easy, there's probably a reason for it. And some night shifts should stay in the dark. Want more terrifying real-life stories? Tap the next video popping on screen right now, just don't watch it alone.